Well, welcome everyone.
Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Julie?
I'm good. I just love your backgrounds.
Oh,
I'm
thank
so
you. Thank you.
jealous that it's beautiful. I have to
It-
go get the memory for my computer so I can run a virtual background.
yeah,
Okay.
it's fun, isn't it? And I figured, for Valentine's week, why not?
So perfect. So yes, and you look fabulous. Red is I'm wearing dull gray, but it was what I
Oh,
picked out
you
for
look
today. So whatever.
beautiful. You look beautiful.
Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to Two Psychic Moms as we go off and talk about who we are and what we do. That's really what we do. We're two psychic moms and we're both psychic and we channel for you. And you can find us in a whole variety of places, which we'll give you at the end. And because I feel like I just want to kind of jump in because
Yeah,
uh,
sounds good to me.
yeah, your suggestion. So Tammy was saying how she got a suggestion for a topic, and yes, thank you. We love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You
uh,
want me to say about
yeah,
it? Or
yeah.
okay.
So go
Yeah.
ahead and
So,
say it, and then if you want to start with it, that's great, and
oh,
I'll follow on.
okay. Either way. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, the question that we had was a very simple one, but one that's important, right? Which was on health and how do we better take care of ourselves? I'm like, ooh, yeah, good, okay. We like that question, don't we? Um, so the first thing that I'm going to be opening up, like Julie and I have talked about before, we're going to start our Two Psychic Mom videos with a channeled message for you. Because that may be why you're watching us, is to hear what we have to say. So we want to make sure we get that for you. So tapping in now, and we kind of do it on the spot here, as it comes in, and just making that connection again on health. How do we better take care of ourselves? Okay, I like that. They said, first of all, it's important for you to know that it's going to be you that takes care of yourself. I didn't expect to hear that right off. You are the one, that saying, that saying about being your own best advocate. Well, that's exactly true. So how you are feeling within, probably no surprise to you us saying this, but how you're feeling within about yourself, in general, the maybe amount of self-love you have or something is going to also be manifested in the body. So first thing is to check, where are you right now with that self-love? How are you feeling about life? How are you, what are your hopes? Your expectations? All those things make a difference in the physical body as well. So we first want you to take a look at your comfort level of being on the earth plane in a body. How does it feel to you right now? Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it so much? Could be because, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It could be because your body's not feeling that good. And it could be for other reasons as well. So we would say that is one of the main things we want to talk about with that question is get a check in on what can I better do for myself, my soul, than to feel better in my body. Yes, it's true that sometimes we bring forward with us unresolved things. We'll call them past lifetime, alternate lifetime, whatever we might want to call it, that we're still working through in the physical form. Certainly when I've done readings, I've seen that with somebody, in myself even, that it's some kind of chronic thing or something, and I'll have a past life picture surrounding it that maybe I haven't worked on releasing enough. So it might be worth it to check in on some healers around you, whether it's a reading from Julie or I, or some other kind of, modality or something like that to get a better look at that. So we would say self-love. We want to make sure also when you are taking care of yourself and going to things that you really, know that you need for yourself, or ways that you want to just kind of help yourself and feel better, please pick things that are healthy, not necessarily go-tos that make you feel better, but are not good for your body. I don't think we really need to go into what some of those things are, but choose wisely. And I can tell you, at least in my readings, my guides talk a lot about that. Clear mind is important. So, I don't know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, that's your own, choice. But honestly, when people ask me questions about anything to do with things that would be questionable for some, right? Whether it's indulging in alcohol, any drugs, anything like that. Honestly, my guides that I work with are like, no, just if you can stay away from it, that's better. Now, again, everything in moderation, maybe if it's a little bit of this or that, I don't know. We're not here to judge that, but I'm just passing on what I often get. So those things contribute to good health as well. Finding things that you love to do, what's important to you, going after things that you want to do, your goals, expectations, all those things help with good health. And yes, get the help when you need it. That's why doctors are out there, whether they're holistic type or Western medicine or whatever, right? Yeah, or both. Exactly, exactly. That's why, or healers and so forth, right? That's why they're all out there for you. So reach out if something is bothering you. They're going right to meditation, of course. We have to slip that in. We love meditation. What a great way to make you feel better, and to align yourself and your chakras and things like that. That can manifest, if things are out of balance, can manifest into physical ailments as well. So that's just some of that what I'm getting. I'm going to hand it over to you, Julie, with whatever you receive.
They just said to me, get a cat.
Get a cat. Yeah. Well, we know pets are very healing. Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Something you can pet, whether it is your kitty cat, which of course we love our kitty cats. I love cats. I love dogs too.
If
But
only
or dogs.
curled up in my lap. He's
Oh.
okay.
And Julie's feeling very zen right now as a result.
Well, I don't know if I'm feeling zen, but because when I started this morning, I was like, so first of all, Mercury is in retrograde. And so if it can be challenging in a communication way, then it will be. It's funny, me personally, sometimes Mercury retrograde doesn't impact me at all. And other times it'll even start even a couple of days ahead of time. So be aware, and I imagine if you're following us, you know what Mercury retrograde means, and if you don't, it's just the position of Mercury in the cosmos at that time. It looks like it's going backwards, and so it can affect communications, technology, and really the best way to handle that for your health and sanity is patience, and to go inside and reflect inside instead of trying to solve the world's problems on your own. So solve your own world problems, right? Your personal world. Work on those. So, so the theme that they gave me was patience. Patience with yourself, patience with others. We sometimes think that people do things just to irritate us, and nobody really, very few people do that, right? Maybe little kids do that or do that to each other, but generally speaking, that is not something that happens intentionally. So we really ask you to take some deep breaths. We are huge fans of intentional focused breathing, and you'll see Tammy and I often sit here and just, oh, it feels so good. I can't even tell you how good it feels. For me, it is so very calming and centering. So we really suggest patience this week and next week as we move through. Mercury retrograde lasts about 3 weeks. So as we continue through this process, it's such a good time. Meditate, as Tammy and her guide said, go back in and into your quiet place and figure out what's this about. What's challenging you, and how can you be more patient with it, more loving of yourself.
Absolutely.
We forget that, and especially in our busy lives and world. So I've heard Tammy talk about this, and I personally don't have this kind of a ritual for a variety of reasons, but I think having either a morning ritual they're saying to me, having either a morning ritual, an evening ritual, whatever you like, to either start your day or end your day, or both. It doesn't have to be either or. Then it might really set you up for your best intention for that day and to calm you as you head into sleep at night. So we like that. We like having, and it doesn't have to be long. It could literally be 60 seconds,
Mhm.
just a few deep breaths. This is my intention for the day. Same thing at night. This is my intention as I go calmly into sleep. So patience and inner reflection, and maybe a little ritual.
Love that, Julie.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And love is
Yeah.
everything everywhere, right?
Yeah. And speaking of that, because I know it is Valentine's week and love, um, and for those of you that might feel at this time a little lonely, right? It's kind of like a holiday. Sometimes people feel that way during the holiday seasons, right? Valentine's Day can be that way a little bit too.
Definitely.
Well, first I hear, give yourself a hug, okay? Because love is about love. Valentine's Day is about love. Exactly. It doesn't have to be about having a partner or somebody in your life. It's really a celebration of love. And really we need to kind of, I think, I don't want to say redefine Valentine's Day that way, because really everybody does think it is about love, but really just more about that. It doesn't always have to be about the romance and what you do for your partner and what you guys are going to do together. And if you're single, then sometimes it feels heavy for people. If it does, I knew of girlfriends, that would get together on Valentine's Day, and because they were all single, and they go do something special. I think that's fabulous. But, find a way.
I think they call
Julie,
it
what was it?
Valentine's Day now.
What did you say? What did you say?
It's called
Yeah.
Gal-entines.
Oh, I've heard that. Yes. I've forgotten about that. I've heard of that. Yeah. I love that. Right.
Mhm.
So think of it more of a celebration of love. So if you say, well, I don't have, obviously we're in these times, going out may be a little difficult. Maybe not. It's not so bad. You can. But if you don't have anybody, then make the day about love. How can you do that? You can reach out to other people, right? Calling other people if you don't have anybody right there with you. Um, Sit with yourself in love. They tell me a nice meditation that you just give to yourself. They just showed me a bathtub now, and now you're in the bubbly bath enjoying that time. So that's giving to yourself. So there's lots of ways to do that. Since we're on that subject, I want to mention too, we had just done an event on love. So if you missed it, and this is through our Higher Healing group, hirehealing.com. Higher Circuit is the name of our events. So if you want to check it out, I know it's on the Higher Healing Facebook page right now. I don't know if it's actually on their website. So, anyway, search for it. That was great. A lot of the healers got together, and, practitioners have just kind of talked about the subject of love. So that might be something you want to do on Valentine's Day also, is watch that. It's a little gift to yourself too.
Great idea. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Put that on your calendar. I live on the calendar. I live from the calendar. So I write the calendar
Yeah.
for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
great suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just popped in because I wasn't thinking about talking about that. But yeah, I mean, it is just another way to give to yourself. And it's a nice little celebration of love. Talks all about kind of unconditional love, and kind of gets into the even sort of the, I call it the scientific view of it as well, of the aura and things like that. And so it's interesting. But anyway, just wanted to mention that. So Valentine's Day, Gal-entines Day, whatever you want to call it, should be about honoring yourself with love
They
and
just said
honoring other people.
they just said give to yourself day, which I
Yeah,
think should be every day, but
I love that though. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Drop off little goodies, something fun on somebody's doorstep, or right? Just something that shows somebody that you love them, and or notes. Our
yes.
guys always love that stuff, right?
And love notes to yourself. Love notes to yourself.
Yeah, love that.
You deserve it. Get yourself a Valentine's card. You deserve it.
Absolutely. Yep, that beautiful box of heart chocolates you see that you think, I don't have anybody to buy that for. Yes, you do. Not me, you.
Not me.
Yourself. Buy it for yourself. That's great, Julie. It's true. Gift to yourself. That's really important. So
So important. My sister tells me, "You're so good at self-care." I'm like, I don't see that as a challenge at all. I think that I'm number one in my book. So
you are good. You are good at that though, Julie. I think it's awesome that you take the time to do those things for yourself and to schedule it in for yourself. Yeah, we can all, learn from that.
when I give talks, often I say to people during the course of the talk that, of course, you need to put yourself first. And the reason I say that, and we hear that, and we're like, yeah, but I don't know how to do that. And no, 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 no. And I'm like, I'm talking to you. You are the most important person in your life. Treat yourself that way.
Absolutely. Beautiful. It's true. We are. If we don't do that, we all know these things. We hear some of these things, out there like, gosh, if you don't take care of yourself, or the analogy of you're on the plane and, it's why you put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then you put it on your child or whatever. You got to take care of yourself first. It's just, there's different ways of saying it, but it's so, so true. So thank you for reminding us of that, Miss Julie.
Well, lovely, lovely, inspirational and supportive messages from our guides today. So we hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna transition out of that. So this is very strange. So I got new glasses this week. I went and got them yesterday.
Oh, they look lovely.
Well,
they look like your other, are they similar to your other ones?
I was just gonna say, between these my computer glasses and my regular everyday glasses,
Oh, okay.
they're almost exactly identical to what I had before. It's funny, but I just realized that as I put them on, I'm seeing a curvature in this is so weird. So I have to think about this.
Yeah, you might have to either get used to them or adjusted somehow.
Well, in my other glasses, no, it doesn't matter. You guys don't care. And really so
we'll wear glasses, right?
as long as I can see.
Yeah.
It's all that matters to me. Yeah.
Exactly.
Any kitty stories or anything else that we want to talk about today?
Not really. The only thing that was kind of comical to me, we've all gone through this if we have cats or dogs, really. But I remember thinking later, it's like it should have been like a comic strip. You can picture a comic strip, right? And I'm thinking about, okay, I was thinking about just pulling all the sheets off and washing the bedding, right? Or at least making the bed, whatever. And I hadn't gotten to it like I usually do in the morning first. And so then I'm thinking about that, thinking, well, I hope the cats aren't on there yet, because they sometimes like to go on there, right? But I thought, okay, well, if they are, I had a picture in my head that they'd be like at the foot of the bed and everything. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll go in there and hopefully, I know Julie's already knowing. So then I go in there and I started busting up because honestly, it looked like one of those comic strips, like the bubble conversation, and then you go in and you actually see what's happening. And my big teddy is like heads on my pillow, like stretched out, just like a person, in that direction, just like you would lay on the bed. And his head is on, and I started laughing because I thought, okay, then my vision was not correct, and no, I will not be. He rules. I'm not going to get him off the bed right now when I didn't have to. And he was so darn cute.
Did you take a picture of that?
I didn't. Not this time. I've done it before, but I didn't. But oh my gosh, I laughed more at myself of how, my ignorance, being naive, whatever, that I go in and he's all stretched out, like to show me like, no, Mom,
I got the whole bed.
I got the whole bed and you aren't doing anything. I'm taking my, 12-hour nap or whatever it might be. But anyway, I had to share that because I just thought it was funny just seeing him, here I'm picturing at the end of the bed. Like, nope. No.
So, and you just got to kind of go, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was so darn cute. in this little fluffy mane, you know, he's like snuggled into it.
I don't really, Felix has been kind of a bad boy. I mean, he's always my bad boy, but in an adorable kind of way.
Yeah.
But I he really is my ADD cat. When everybody else is sleeping, he's like, where can I run amok? What trouble can I cause?
Isn't that funny? He's
And
nocturnal. Mhm.
he's just so he was quiet on my lap just a few minutes ago. Then he jumped down because he maybe heard somebody awake and wanted to go irritate them. I don't know where he went, but I don't hear any screaming, so that's good. But they do scream. I mean,
Yeah.
there are screams. So, so
Do yours do that, Julie? Do yours do that in the middle of the night thing? That wow, wow. It's changes. It's that. Not like they're mad. It's like a primal hunting, and that's when I'll know they're getting one of their toys, their mouse.
really,
Yes. And they'll change their tone of their meow, and it's really loud, and it's like it's at night and they've gone hunting and they picked up their little toy mouse
oh
or
my
this
gosh,
weasel toy that my other cat has. But it's really funny how they have that different sound.
they do. They have so many meows, and I have 8 cats, and I can tell the difference between each and every cat.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
But I do hear odd meows at night, and sometimes they're running. I have a very long house. It's not exactly huge, but it's long, and so I have a very long hallway, and it's great for them. They love running up
Oh,
and
I bet. Yeah.
down. So I do hear that, and it sounds like a herd of thundering elephants, but I just laugh because it's amusing. They're fun.
I know. They are. I love kitties.
Other than that, what else is coming up and going on? I'm trying to think. Uh,
I can't think of anything. We have another event coming up through Higher Healing again. I think it's on the 20th. Oh, that's with Jones Pendulum.
oh,
Going to
yes,
be
you should
doing.
come and join. I am so again, go to our Facebook page or yeah, that's where you really need to go for all that. And somebody asked me in one of the events we did and in my work that I've done, do I use a pendulum? I am not a pendulum user. It doesn't like me per se, and I am not fond of it. And so that is what the remnants of my coffee, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to like it. And so I mean, I can teach other people how to do it because that was part of one of our trainings, but I go. I think Jones I think Joan has written a book on it, and Joan's just a lovely woman anyway.
Yeah, yeah, she
Good
is.
reminder. Thank you for that, Tammy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. So it's fun, and me too. I never really. I think I played with it a little bit. What years? Many years back. But you really, and if you don't have an actual pendulum, it's like where'd Julie go? If you don't have an actual pendulum, you can use like a necklace. If you've got a crystal necklace or anything like that, you can use that. She did. Was it the last one that she did kind of do a little bit of? I don't know. Sorry, getting my events mixed up. But anyway, um, yeah, check out. She does have, and if you're on there, you'll see about her book and everything too. That I think she's just launching another one too. Um, so that should be fun. I think it'll be fun to learn about it and hear about it and all that fun stuff.
Perfect.
So,
Excellent. All right. So I think that's good for today. Tammy, you want to tell everybody how to find you and
sure, yeah. So I'm Tammy Langowski, and you can find me at tammy'sintuitive.com. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, Tammy's Intuitive Services. And you can always contact me to schedule a session. I channel messages too weekly, and those are on the social media and on my website as well. And I will pass that to Julie.
thank you, Tammy. And I'm Julie Hawkins, the Biz Psychic, and you can find me either Julie Hawkins or the Biz Psychic or both. Uh, Facebook and YouTube and Insta. And of course, we're both on Higher Healing, HIRE.com. And I channel messages too for a bigger perspective once a month. And then, of course, with Tammy as Two Psychic Moms. And getting ready to figure out how to put those on my website. So that'll be coming up. And of course, this is actually my busy time. I have to run to a reading here in a moment. And private readings. And I've got a class coming up for to teach you how to be an Akashic reader. That'll happen the first part of April. So if you're interested in that, you can always go to my website and take a look at that as well. So what's today? What is today? You know, I misplaced my watch and it has my date on it.
Is, I had to look, the 9th.
Okay.
Tuesday the 9th.
So pre Valentine's, which is Sunday. Yep. Happy Valentine. Love Yourself Day, which is every day.
Yep.
And until next week, Julie Hawkins signing off and
Tammy Langowski signing off. So yes, it's Love Day. Let's remember that Valentine's will be Love Day. So make sure you're giving to yourself that extra. Take that day to give yourself that extra hug. Okay. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.